Hello everybody, Shatteredfriend Gaming here, and today I'm doing something a bit different. As you can see, we're playing Mountain Blade 2, Bannerlord. I got my nice little picture up here. You all get to see my glorious self. And I just gotta say, I've been obsessed with this game since I got it. Like, really obsessed with this game. This game is amazing. I know I say that with a lot of games, but if you're ever in the mood for a medieval simulator, essentially, like, I don't even know how to properly describe this game, this is the game for you to get. Like, you want to run a town.
For 500 years, the Calridian Empire dominated the continent. Its armies scattered foes before them. The strongholds of proud tribes crumbled beneath its engines of war. From the forests of the north to the wastes of the south, all was brought beneath the standard of their legions. Brutal as the conquest was, the wise agreed that it brought peace. The land, now untroubled by armies, grew rich. But empires, like men, grow old. Leaders lose a common cause. Corruption spreads. Old enemies learn the Empire's tricks and devise new ones of their own. Until one day, the bonds holding the Empire snap. Then comes the Civil War, pitting all against all. A time of hatred. A time of suffering. But also, even in the worst hours, a time of courage and defiance. As new leaders arise from new places and new peoples, to turn back the tides of destruction and bring forth a new world from the ashes of the old.
So, like I was saying, this is a medieval simulator. You essentially can go through and do, I won't say anything you want, but almost anything you want. You want to be a trader, you can be a trader. You want to be a mercenary, you can be a mercenary. You want to be a vassal under one of these cultures, which each one has their own kingdom, you can do that. And these cultures are constantly declaring war against each other. Like, you can read, like, the Vladians. They are descendants of adventurers from the west who lived under the empire for centuries before forming an independent kingdom. And they kind of got perks and, like, withdrawals for it. And, like, you can see, go through here. You can read these. Like, they kind of give backstory to each one. And this game is somewhat set in the real world with, like, lore. I won't say, like, 100%, but it mirrors it. So, for example, like, the Sturgians. The best to describe them, they're essentially like Nord people. The Empire, it's Rome. Azerai, they're essentially Muslims. The Khuzaits, you got your your Mongolians. Battanians, they're essentially your Celts. And then the Vladians, I don't know who best, because I haven't really played with them. I don't know who best to, like, describe them as. If I had to take a guess, probably the Gothics, old predestined Germany. But, yeah, so this game is set essentially in a fantasy world, medieval setting, where each culture interacts with each other in a different way and it's a simulator where you can be anything that you want within reason. So you want to be a lord of the empire and go through and unite all of Calridian, you can do that. You want to be a nomadic, steeps, tribesman, you can do that. And what's great about this game is it's still in early access, but there's such a thriving modding community around it that literally there's a mod called Eagle Rising, which literally turns the Empire into Rome. So you have Rome in the game with all the Roman troops and like a tier list, and it's essentially how Rome was back when they split between the Northern Empire and the Southern Empire. Like, this game is amazing, and I've just been obsessed with it just because of everything you can do with it. It is very early access. Things are changing. Like, I've only played one playthrough that I kind of got sick and tired of playing because there's some basic aspects of the game that I modded out that I couldn't stand. And then my second playthrough, my modded playthrough, where I was kind of testing out my mod playlist I wanted to play for YouTube, which is what I'm doing now. They did an update to the base game, and then when I tried playing one of the previous update branches, it for some reason corrupted, and I wasn't able to complete that mod. So I mean, we're still playing modded, it's just not as modded as I wanted. So I will have a mod list down in the description of all the mods and like where you can go and get them on Nexus, and it's super easy to install the mods. There's plenty of YouTube tutorials out there. I am done using any mod installer from Nexus. If I ever do modding again, and I don't recommend Nexus, I've had so much troubles with them, but I do recognize they hold a valuable service, that if I ever would do modding again on a massive scale for most of my games, I know how to do it manually now, where I feel comfortable, where I'm just going to do that, and I'm not even going to bother with any preloaders, essentially. Like, I might find a mod one that makes mod ordering a bit easier, but for the most part, mod authors tell you how to load their mods, so that's why I feel comfortable. But going a bit off the rails there, today we are going to play as the Khuzaits. I just enjoy the whole entire idea around them. The Khuzait Confederation of the Steppe tribes used to live a nomadic life, but have recently settled in the eastern frontier of the empire and are slowly transitioning into an agrarian society with permanent town centers. Despite this, they still retain many aspects of their nomadic life, including their affinity with horses. They are masters of mounted archery, shooting, and the galloping out of reach. The whole entire playthrough I wanted to do, I got inspired from a YouTuber. I don't exactly remember his name, but I will leave a little title screen, probably in this side of the video, of who he is, and a link in the description. He is the inspiration for me wanting to do my own playthrough. And I know most people who play this game are playing on the hardest difficulty. I am not that good at this game, even though I really enjoy it. So I will be playing on a customized difficulty that I think is fair to myself and my ability with this game. And I do have some mods to make the game slightly easier, but they're not groundbreaking mods, and mods, in my opinion, or not even mods, they should already be things in the game, and hopefully we'll see it eventually. But again, mod list will be down below. I'll continue with reading the traits of the Khuzaits. We have a 25% production bonus to horse, mule, cow, and sheep in villages owned by Khuzait rulers. Recruiting and upgrading mounted troops are 10% cheaper, which is important for us because the army I am mostly going to field is going to be cavalrymen and horse archers. My first playthrough, I played as the Empire, and I did mostly an infantry-based army, and I was having difficulties. I mean, I played most of that campaign all the way through. It got to the point where I was pretty much executing everybody to win because I was so sick and tired of them constantly declaring war on the Empire. Because somehow Regina died, which is one of the lords. You'll see. It's one of the leaders of an empire, because there's multiple empire factions, because in the intro they said that there was a civil war and they eventually broke up. I became the lord and leader of the Southern Empire, and since I was so sick of everyone declaring war on me all the time when Like, we would literally be in a war, someone else would declare war on us, and we have to end that war to fight this war. And it got to the point where I was like, all right, none of these people are staying in prison, so I'm just going to execute everybody and prevent you from ever raising an army against us. And that's how I essentially won that campaign. It was not the funnest. Well, I mean, it was pretty fun, but it probably wouldn't have been the funnest to watch. But we're going to go through, and we're going to play as the Khuzaits with the mostly mounted army. I think that's going to be a fun little thing to do, or fun little playthrough to do. My second playthrough was of the Khuzaits, so I'm essentially doing that. But I did have a mod that broke the Khuzaits up into 2 different cultures. But since that mod is not working with the current branch that the game is on, that I am forced to play, we're going to play as this. And hopefully the issues I had on 1.6.3, which the game out right now is 1.6.4, I won't have the same issues, because it got to the point where I was not able to continue playing, because when I was fighting the Empire, it would crash every time I fought, because it wasn't able to load a portrait of one of the Empire troops. And it was kind of a mess, and nothing I did fixed it, but for some reason 1.6.4 works over 1.6.3, and that's a bit technical. Anyways, to finish this off, we gain 20% less tax income from towns. I'm not too worried about that. I do have a mod on that essentially allows us to go through...
We sold those bastards!
And there are strong language in this game. I do apologize. We're going to play as a bit of a... Here's my character setup. We have 2 vigor and 1 and focus and polearm, because how this game works is you definitely want to have some sort of proficiency in what you're going to do. If you don't have a proficiency in these starting off, you're kind of screwed in the beginning of the game. We have definitely good riding ability, which will allow us to get a better horse right away. Scouting, which will allow us to move and see enemies. We got 1 elite tactics. Tactics is pretty good for like auto resolve, and you'll gain a lot more later on when you eventually join armies and you start your own army. Same thing with leadership. Charm is important, and medicine. I'm not too worried about steward, trade, smithing, or any of these other ones, just because you can learn them so easy. Like, as soon as you start a party, you start learning steward, so it's like, what's the point of specking in that when you can get that right away? Trade. To make money in this game, you have to trade. You learn trade super quick, super easy. Smithing, same thing. You really want to focus more on these harder ones to get. So like medicines, you only learn it when you have wounded troops. Charm, that's kind of easy. You can essentially get that anytime you do an interaction with an NPC, and depending on how your interaction goes. Scouting's pretty hard, and all my playthroughs, which this is my 3rd one, I have never had scouting above 50, so this is kind of important for me to try and do, at least what I think so. As you can see, I have my brother here, and we are trying to find our younger siblings. Riding, again, like I said, gives me a good horse, and polearm and bow, which allows me to be somewhat proficient, but it doesn't allow me to be completely useless on the battlefield. So we're going to go on next. We get to choose our character's name. And I really don't have a name picked out, so I don't know. Let's just call him Jung. And our last name will be some guy. Cream of some guy. No, we'll just call him Jung. I don't know. I'm trying not to be too stereotypical, but at the same time, I want it to be somewhat authentic. And you can see right here our culture. We chose the tribesmen, early childhood, adolescence, youth adult or young adult, and story, background. So we are going to play as Jung. This is what I'm going to play as. So as you can see, we have Warrior, Bannerlord, Custom. So the easiest is Freebooter, Warrior, Bannerlord, Custom. And I'm going to do a Warrior preset with player damage, easy, friendly troops, easy, recruitment, keep that. I actually like this. This is pretty good overall. This is about what I want for a game. So we'll play as that. We're going to enable birth and death. I kind of want control of clan member perks. Certain people will do certain things. I'm going to leave that unclicked. I'm not doing Iron Man just because I am playing with mods, and mods have a tendency to crash your game. So I would like to be able to save and not lose a lot of progress and get annoyed that way. So without further ado, we will start this game. And I believe the starting is going to be a tutorial. Yep. I've already done this, so no need for me to do the tutorial. We're just going to skip. This is my first time playing a campaign, like the actual campaign of this game. And so this is our map. And we got a notification. Now we can choose our family name. We'll call him, our first name is Jung. I don't know what our last name should be. Well, shoot, I don't know. We'll just go with a city name. And we will kind of modify it. Makebi. So that's what we will do. For our name. And we get to choose a banner, and this essentially means we are a nobleman in this game. So as you can see, there are a bunch of banner icons you can choose from. Since I am of the steeps, I'm probably going to do something to this. I'm going to change this a bit bigger. Background will probably be orange with a kind of like the blue. Or a cream color. I like the cream color. Will be orange. Normally I do like this, but I like this. We'll go with this. We are the orange faction. So as you can see, this is the map. It is quite big, and there are multiple objectives to perform in this game. So right down here, you have the Azurai. This is the Khuzaits. This right up here is Sturgia. This right here is Britannia, or Batonia, or however you pronounce it. Batania. This is your Vladians, right here, your orange color. And here in the center of the map is your empire culture. So you have the Southern Empire, which is right here, the Northern Empire, which is right here, and the so adeptly called Western Empire right here. Each one has their own backstory about what they're doing. I am going to make my way as soon as I can over here to Khuzait territory, because I want to recruit Khuzait recruits and essentially do quest over here and start making some money, so that way I can be prolific and start focusing on the things that matter in this game, such as apparently finding out what Nazaret's folly is and establishing our own clan. So we got to talk to notables, and we got 18, or essentially 1,679 days remaining of that. Not too hard. And we will go through and we'll talk, focus on doing this as well to increase our clans. And we're going to head to Teva here to... I'm not going to recruit anybody, but I'm going to buy some... Ooh, that's a bit expensive for wool. I'm actually going to buy a little bit of wool, so that way I can start making some money when I head over here to Mantola? What? I don't recognize Mantola. This is one of the DLC, or not DLCs, but the mods. I'll actually go over here to like Canron. No, we're not going to make much money from our wool. I'll actually come up here to Pathkian. Or Phycian, and we will go to trades, and we will make essentially double our money. So that's a good amount of money made right there. And now we'll come down here to the clay. Yep. We're going to buy as much clay as we can get. We are currently limited by our carrying capacity. So 30 we can carry. Each item so far is weighing 10 pounds. We have 2 clays, cost us 12 dinars. Oh, I could have taken on that looter group by myself. That's actually... And look at us, we're traveling at a whopping speed of 7.1. That's a ridiculously fast in this game. And look at that, clay is worth 18 here. We essentially tripled our money. And we're making a bit of money. And each time we do those little interactions like that, we are actually gaining skill points. So, and as you can see down here, there's a bunch of stuff going on with the game currently. I have mods, like I said, enabled. You can read the description of the mods eventually. Ooh, wow, that's actually really high tier people right there. I'm not going to get them for the simple fact that I will be wasting so much money getting them right away. Instead, I am just going to focus on getting the recruits and getting a bit more grain, so that way we are set up. Ooh, nope. That's too big of a looter party. I will not be able to survive that. Good thing I caught that right away. Recruit. Now they're kind of backing off from us. 17 is still pretty big. And as you can see, we have a hero here. That's the designation of the game for named characters. Munchug. And he is forming an army. He is part of the Khuzaits. So I bet you if we went and we looked, what products they sell here? They sell furs. That is expensive for a fur. I don't like that. And we have somebody in and out. I don't like that quest neither. He is a powerful person here. So essentially, he gives you a quest to go to an end because he lost something, and then you can like determine which way of doing it. I don't like the quest because it involves you playing a game, and I've never played the sub-games of this game, so I don't know anything about them. Eventually, maybe I'll learn that. But right now, we're just going to focus on getting some true recruits. And then, ooh, that is a healthy amount. We have a healthy amount of people, and as you can see, we are losing 20 dinars each day. What we're going to do is, our carrying capacity now is set at 230. We have 3, so we have food for a week. What we're going to do is we're going to go, and we're going to do an iron run. We're going to come up here to Olslingar, Akisir, Hakun sells silver. We'll do a little bit there, but we're going to mostly focus on these two. Or we're going to come back down to Chaikan, and we're going to sell the iron ore. We got the looters there. We could actually go battle. Let's go battle real quick, because trading is probably the most boring part about this game. As you can see, they are stronger than us, but no, they're actually not. So we'll go through and we are going to attack, and we actually have a pretty good engagement field. So, ooh, why do I have a tutorial? That's a bit weird.
Forward!
We're just going to call them right there to go. As you see, we are on a horse, so we're actually we're the strongest here, and we have a spear. But our horse is not that fast. How can I get rid of that tutorial? Okay, it's gone. And what we're going to do is we're going to go, and we're going to try to take one of these people out. So we did some damage. Our horse is not that fast, and you can see we already leveled up one of our skills in pole arms. And I want to go through, and I'm going to try and kill a couple of these people before they get to our line. And we killed a looter. We somehow did 700 damage to them. Oh. And as you can see what I mean by I suck at this game. We killed another looter. We're going to send our troops in. And we essentially routed them. We won. And that's what I mean by, yeah, 17. We had 11. Not that hard. We're not going to let many of them escape because they can form another party, which can still do some damage to us. I won't say they can hurt us, but they can go around and just cause mischief to us. Oh, I did not hit none of those because I suck at this game. And this is kind of a good passive way of increasing, I won't say passive, but it's a good way of increasing your skills without constantly fighting new game or new, I don't know why they gave us a sword. I seriously don't. And some of them escape. That's fine. So 8 of them escape. We killed 9. We have 3 that can level up, and we got a renown and morale for that, which goes into certain subtopics of the game. I'm not going to focus on covering them too much. They'll kind of make themselves known later on. And what I did there was a mod I have called Better Equip. Instead of going through here and finding out what's, you know, better than what I currently have, it already does that for me and it puts it up there. So we got the best gear that we can have out of everything we made right there, and we have, more importantly, loot, which we can go and attack them again and essentially like get more experience, which we're going to do. And as you can see, they're slightly faster than us. Oh, and we have the castle people helping us out. So that's another mod I have. I didn't really want them helping us out, but, you know, we'll take it.
Infantry, charge!
We'll just tell them to charge in because we have those guys. And this is what I'm working towards. I would love to have just a whole entire army that rides in on horses. It's such a nice, like, thing to look at. I don't know how I'm doing 432 damage there. That's ridiculous. I think one of my mods is a bit overpowered right now that I'm playing. Because as you can see, I'm doing like 36 damage. So it's somehow doing double what I do when I go through an enemy. And I know what mod it is. I guess my value I have set for it's a bit too high. So I should really focus on getting rid of that value and lowering it. Because as you can see, I'm doing like 42, 26 damage. I'm not doing much. So we killed 6, we got 2 that were injured, and we somehow only gained 15% of the loot, even though we were the ones that engaged them. You know, it's a bit wonky. So anyways, they're going to back off. We're going to go and do what I said. We're actually going to go through, and the troops that we have to level up... Oh, I don't have any horses. So we're going to go... We're actually going to get a couple of horses. We need 3 horses for these guys. Good thing there is Calridea, which has horses for us. So we're going to go... 6 is cheap for ore. And we're already over our capacity, which is fine. So go to Calridea, and we will sell all the... Ooh, that's another mod I have installed right there. The Heroes mod for bandits. It just makes them a bit more difficult and a bit more interesting to play against in this game. So we're going to go through, and we're going to actually sell all this stuff. You can see we're going to make some money. Not a super lot, but enough. So we made a good amount for our troubles. We're going to come to the closest horse village, which looks to be Calridea, and we're going to go there. Going to buy some horses, and they so happen to have a quest for us too. Oh, and they want us to deliver a herd to Phycion, which we will actually do. 10 steep horses. And actually, we essentially just... If we want to be cheesy, we essentially just got our upgrades for free. Because this quest, as long as you deliver half of the horses there, the game doesn't mind. You won't make that big of an income from it, but the game doesn't mind. We'll go through, we'll buy 3, just to kind of... Actually, we'll buy 1 more, because apparently we can ride a steep horse. And we will keep the sumpter horse for increased carrying capacity. We won't keep many of them on us because they do slow you down. We're going to go through party. And with us upgrading them, they now have an increased cost to their dailies. So the wages are 3 versus nomads being 2. So they increased by 1. You can see the tier tree that we're going for. We're going to go with the tribals, and the tribals break off into the regular horsemen and the raiders, while the footmen go with archers and spearmen, which you do want foot troops later in the game when you actually start sieging, but for now, we're going to stick with a purely cavalry focused army. It's going to be a lot of money, it's an expensive endeavor, but it makes you a lot of money in the end. So we'll go click over here by Physian. We'll click that, set our waypoint over there. Actually, we'll make a stop to Chaiken to sell our... Actually, we could probably make more money going to Physian. I was going to say make a stop to Chaiken and sell our iron, but Physian doesn't have any iron deposits near them. We will speed up, and this is probably the most tedious part of this game right here, is the constant back and forth early on. Just because, yeah, you are going slow. I mean, 5.2 is still ridiculous speed. 6.4 is ridiculous speeds. You would not be going this if you chose any other like race. I won't say race, but culture. Like, you would not be going those speeds, essentially. That's just as simple as that. So we paid 6. They're willing to buy it for 18. Will they be willing to buy it all for 18? No. So the lowest they go is we still make double our money on all of it. That's not bad at all. And they wanted to talk to Aceron the Tanner. Right here. So we will talk to this guy. My name is Juan, sir. May I ask you yours about the task? I brought the horses, and I got 400 dinars and 2 skill points in charm. And that's what I mean by charm. Charm is easy to level up once you know what you're doing. Silk is an expensive investment, but you make some good money out of it. But we will just go with the classic clay, and we will go and sell it at Onria. It's 4-7. And the good thing I like about these villages is it doesn't matter how much you go. We are way overweight, and that's going to slow us down. You will always get it for the same steady price as of now in this build at these villages, which is nice. Expect your character to travel at this speed. This is more accurate, and I'm surprised that bandit didn't attack us. They usually do. Unless there's something going on with that mod where it's like, no, we're not going to attack. And this is pretty standard speed when you're overweight and playing as any other empire. Because I am trying to make money early in this game to support a rising clan. We just did that to come over here to Onria to make some money coming back from our trip, and we'll go back to Khuzait territory. And look at that. We can still essentially double our money this whole entire time. And we got 7 skill points in trade, and we're now at 12. And that's what I mean by some traits just aren't worth investing in over others. So come back to Mazuka. We want to get some recruits. Actually, we'll buy flax from this village right here, because flax is cheap, and we can go... Yeah, we're way over. Oof. Hopefully don't encounter a big bandit. Yep, that puts us way under. We'll come over here to Mazuka. We'll get some recruits, and then we'll make our way to Chaiken, and we'll sell our flax up at Chaiken. Maybe make more money if we went to Akalat. That is fine. We'll go to Chaiken. And I haven't really thought about how the series is going to go. Like the guy I watched, did not want this one. And over here, just buy a couple more greens. The YouTuber I watched, he had a very specific way of doing his videos. He went through and he edited a lot of stuff, and I don't know if I'm going to do the same with this series or if I'm going to be a bit more like how it's now, where I talk, make the episodes a bit shorter, or depends on the mood, and we'll just determine how much I have to talk about. That is quite a bit for salt, but that trade rumor makes it worth it, so we'll buy 10 units. That's a smart investment right there. Oh, we should have recruited while we were here. And Noble Sons, they're usually good to get, but they're, like I said, an expensive unit. And this early in the game, I don't think it's worth it. We'll come over here to Ispantar, and we will see if we can recruit anyone from Ispantar. And the way you level up your clan, it's right here, clan tier, you need renown. So we're sitting at 12, we need 50. Here's companions, this is my family. You can see I am calculating. I can have one party, and I can create caravans or a garrison. I can have fiefs, and I can have a workshop. So the goal is to try and work up to about 1,500 or 15,000 dinars, so I can buy a workshop. And that is, ooh, that's a lot of recruits. We will take them all. We're coming up on actually, nope, I will not do in and out. We're coming up on actually how many people we can carry. So 18 is pretty much a good number. I might stick around this, and I'm going to start hunting down some bandits after I make some money with this. Essentially, this is the early game right here. You go, you make money, and you do quests for people. A gang leader, we can see gang needs recruits. I'd rather not partake in that, so I'm not going to do that. And as you can see, we bought the flax for 7. I'm going to sell it all for a profit. It gets me, I won't sell it all. Actually, we'll do this. We will keep 30 units, put us underweight, get 800 out of it, so we're still making money. And I'll go to another town, and I gain 3 skill points. I'll actually come up here because I never fully did the iron run. Come up to Acolyte. And you can see we're now moving back to our normal speed. And I'm going to try and hunt bandits while I'm at it. We have a quest up here, so we'll go talk to them, find out what they need. Village need draught animals, so we will find out what they need. They want 2 head of cattle. That's pretty simple. All we gotta do is find the cow, which there's a cow right there. And we can go and do this quest. They just want 2 of them. We can even buy them an acolyte if they're cheap enough, which I hardly doubt they are cheap enough. Ooh, and it's a good thing. That was worth a lot, and that's worth a lot. So it's a good thing I didn't sell it all like I was thinking about there. We're gonna go through cattle. 158. Let's see if we can get it cheap over here. Oh, the one thing I don't like about this game is the obnoxious clans, which essentially I am, for the AI. They are just 158 after 172, so that just kind of shows that it's probably better for us to buy the cattle here at Acolyte. So we will go and do that. We'll buy the cattle at Acolyte. What is your bound settlement? We'll actually buy some clay. We'll see what he needs in and out. I don't like that one, so we're going to avoid it. That puts us over. I don't want to be over because I want movement. The faster you can move in this game, the more you can get done essentially, and that's better for us. Oh, I can't do nothing with him because I already have a quest, so I need to finish this quest before I can accept his drought animals. So we're going to go do that. Oh, the cows were bought. Okay, well, that's fine. Trade. We can still sell this stuff. Actually, come over here to Odok, however you pronounce it. And we will see how much they cost here. So more than anything, I'll probably edit all this out. Oh, we'll see. This is not interesting, not fun, and I'm not providing the best of commentaries. Oh, who knows? Like I said, I'll probably do this way and talk to you guys and find out what you guys want to do. Because, yep, there's your animals. Recruit. And let's just get 21 out. That's an easy quest. They need 2 loads in 15 days. How much are you selling your silk for? That is expensive for silk, actually. So I'm gonna avoid that. Wow, they gave us a lot of meat from that quest. And it's good to have a food variety until you get a certain perk that just makes having a food variety a non-issue. So, Chaikan, we still want to go there and sell this stuff before we eat it all. And we want to buy 2 tools. I think that's what they said. Yep, 2. And I think they're going to give us silk for completing this quest. So hopefully that is the case. And we will go over here to Chaikan. And we will hopefully make some good money out of Chaikan. What did they give us? They did give us raw silk, so that is a good amount right there. That's some good money right there. So we are going to trade. And the butter is selling for a lot. Wow. And cheese, we will get rid of that much. And the raw silk, why not? It's just free money. It's quite a bit of money we're making right there. Who needed help? The person, which I'm not going to help them. Alright, let's try and find a bandit group to hunt down. The issue I have with this mod is every town and castle seems to get bandit groups out of the way pretty quick. So that's why I have the bandit heroes installed, because then it makes it pretty easy. 4 sumpter horses. 308 dinars for sumpters. You're kind of killing me there, Smalls. Get the iron ore. You can actually get sumpters for pretty cheap if you know where to look. Ooh, looters. 5.3, 4.8, and we're out of range for the garrison to help. Thank the Lord. And we're going to engage.
Infantry! Forward! Soldier! Everyone! Horse archers! Kill them all!
I'll have the archers kind of go and do that. And we're going to have the infantry
Attack!
charge. And we killed a looter right off the bat, which is nice. Ooh, and I completely missed that throw. And I missed that throw. As you can see, I am absolutely MLG pro at this game. So much so that I cannot hit a single enemy. I don't know why. Oh my goodness, this is quite embarrassing. Whoever's playing music, want to turn it down? Camp. Well, you guys are going to get some Micronesian music, apparently. go through, and we can't upgrade them because no horses, so we're gonna wait, take them prisoners, and take all this loot. There's nothing good for us because we cannot auto-equip, and we'll just be on our merry way. We'll come here to this place, and look at that, 41 running around the world. That is quite interesting. That is actually expensive for sumpter horses, 49. That is quite a bit, actually. And we will just buy the horses because we're going to need horses. And they want how many for that? Oh, oops, I hit the wrong button. For that quest, 4. I have 4. And I guess we're making our money back from the meat. Especially if we go to the right place. But you know what? It is what it is. So, here's your animals. We got 2 charm. We'll actually make our way over to do that, and we'll actually get a Kuzik Raider because we want to have archers first. How did I get a footman? I don't want a footman. So I'm going to get rid of that footman. Yeah, we'll get rid of the footman. I don't need the footman. And I don't know how he got in my army to begin with. I don't recall recruiting him, and I don't recall upgrading a footman. So, interesting. We're going to increase our damage while as a cavalry, and we're going to increase our charge damage as well. Probably bad traits to pick, but they are the ones I'm going to pick. And we're actually going to increase a skill point in our vigor, and we have 3 attributes where we can put into focus points. So the main ones I want right away is going to be pole arms, bows when I finally get a bow, Stewart. You see Stewart's pretty low. We're going to want that up. That affects how much money we essentially, our size and money that we pay our party. Recruit a troop, nomad, and as you can see, that's the noble son second. They are really good, but like I said, expensive. 17, like just an example, 5 and 3 right away. Whew. We'll buy some products. That is expensive for silver, so I'm actually not going to do nothing with them. We'll come down here to Chikent. Maybe going up to Ortungard would have been better. I'm actually surprised they don't attack. Like, that was a perfect opportunity to attack me. You know, they had 35, I have 20. That's something they should have done. I'll have to find out why they don't do that. That seems a bit weird that they don't auto-attack you. Go through. We'll sell all of our jazz. And we are making quite a bit of money. I think we paid 16, so we'll actually go from there. We can sell at the other town for apparently 70. So we're actually going to avoid selling anything here, and we're just going to sell this stuff and see what they have for. Ooh, that's a bit expensive, but we'll buy a couple of them. It speeds up your infantry, so it's kind of worthwhile having some extras. We got quite a bit, and they are saying we can sell it for a pretty penny down here to this place. So we'll go down to this place. We'll sell it there, and we'll go from there. I hope. What? Why are you popping up? I don't want to know. I don't care. Hope you guys didn't see none of that. I was having some mail notifications popping up. Don't care. I never enabled you. Don't know why. And they are pretty much truthful, but watch how much it drops. You paid 16. So go for that. And yeah, we're getting 600. It's not bad. Not bad at all. Oh, someone needed some help. So there is a gang leader and then an artisan. And they can't sell their goods here. So essentially we can go and we can do it. How he's influential. He's not that... None of them are really that powerful. So honestly, I probably wouldn't even care what I do here. We'll just kind of... We'll see what he needs. Acolyte. 6 sheep. So I'm just going to go. None of them are powerful. I don't care if I'm considered a criminal in this town. So I'm just going to tell them I don't care what you say. And go from there. And he's like, you're making a big mistake. Or she is. And I don't care. They want us to go to Acolyte. We will deliver this. We'll do a couple more of these missions down here. Maybe try and get into one more boss fight. And... oh, yeah. See, value 5. It's terrible. Oh, wow. That meat is really holding us down, though. Value 12. We can sell an oak for 15. We'll just sell something here. And they wanted us to take it to who again? I should probably read those quests instead of just going through and skipping it. The smith. And he gave me 600. And see, oh, I didn't make him happy. I was going to say, see, I made him happy. What do you need? For healthy... I can't read that. Sumpter horses? Sumpter horses. So essentially they're willing to pay double for the horses. That's kind of cheap for wood. So we will go through and... we'll pay for it. Because we need that wood for... smithing, and smithing makes quite a good amount of money. We'll go here, we will go to trade, and they weren't joking. We can make a good penny, and since most of that was free, we'll actually just go and we'll sell all of it except for 5. We will buy, they said what, 4? Get 4, and we will buy ourselves some cheap food. None of this is really cheap. We'll buy 5 of those. Actually 10. And we have food for a little bit. 16 days. Not bad. Actually, I didn't see how much the wood would trade for here. And 8. So, yes. Double the money. And, wow. Ore is actually selling for quite a bit here, too. Should have paid attention to that stuff. And what are they? Ooh, 30. They have 11 cavalry. I don't feel comfortable attacking them. They have just because they have 11, and I don't have many cavalry of my own. So, yeah. Yeah, no problem. I think that gives me a bit of honor as well. If saying it's not an issue. Clay is cheap, and we can sell it in Chaikan for good profit. So buy. And what kind of problem do you have? In and out, and I'm not going to do it in and out. And we will go to Chaikan, try and make some money, and we will fight one of these bandit groups. They're still pretty fast for being this overweight. So actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to engage them. They're mostly infantry. And apparently we are going to be assisting somebody. I did not want that, but it is what it is.
Attack!
We're just telling everybody to go in. Because they have that many people. They're more of a traditional army with the infantry, the cavalry, the horse archers. Oh, what the heck? Oh, my spear's not long enough. So I was like, what the heck? Wasn't able to hit nobody. Oh, did they kill one of my people? They injured one of my people. And they injured me quite a bit, too. So it was actually kind of a good thing that they engaged. I engaged with them. And two of my people died already. That's not good. But most of my people are also just recruits, so it's bound to happen. Not upset. And we killed a highwayman. We killed 2 highwaymans. Hopefully we get some of these horses. So that would be nice. And the ones that have died have just been recruits with 1 injury to a raider. Not bad at all. So hopefully and I have a lot that can be upgraded, so we're going to be increasing how many archers we have, and essentially how fast we earn 38% of loot. Not ideal, but it is what it is. Oh, we can recruit people right off the bat, so I'll actually recruit some of these the tribal warriors, the horse archers, and the raiders. Oh, we are over our capacity now, so we are going to go in. Yeah, we're going to be getting a lot of these anyway, so yeah. I wish we weren't over capacity right there, actually. This was a pretty good amount of people I got. I'm just surprised I was able. Oh, we got some of that. Javelins. I'm not good with throwing weapons, so I'm not going to bother getting that on me. I actually want to get rid of the saber completely. So, as you can see, we're actually going to make a good haul off of this one. Holy. How's that not better than the one I have? So we'll do that. That's a spear brace. Spear brace are amazing in this game. The length is pretty good compared to that. So, I guess they didn't do it because of thrust damage, handling, thrust speed. But I'm mostly going to be treating that as straight up a brace. And braces are good in this game. They are pretty good. They essentially can one-shot anything. And with this mod I have on that goes through multiple enemies, multiple damage. Yeah, it's pretty good. And the fact that I got that good of loot is purely based on this mod I have installed called True Loot or something like that, which essentially is like, yeah, you're not going to get garbage every single time. So I am glad I got that, because even though it's a bit cheap, I essentially just rocketed myself from here. And I don't remember how much I paid for this clay, actually. And we paid quite a good bit for that. Ooh, those are expensive. I'm not going to buy a couple of sumpter horses, and that's pretty expensive for steep horses. Actually, no, that's not bad for steeps. We'll buy that. Oh, wait, what? I want 10. And we made a good amount of money. I'm going to try, because we're coming up on that time where it's a bit later. I want to fight one more group of people before I call it good. And as you can see, we have quite a bit of horse archers. Actually, the point where hopefully the next one I get... That's why I said those sumpter horses were expensive. Normally you can find them for like 24. So even 48, that's pretty expensive. I don't want many sumpters on me. I'll probably keep around 10. But the fact that I can use them to carry a bit extra weight is just nice. And plus companions, if you're not overburdened with weight, your companions, if they don't have riding skill, will actually go with the sumpter horses, which allows them to increase their movement speed, and it's just, it snowballs. I want to find a bandit, so actually here, hold on. Options, mod options. The one mod I'm using that is giving me those ridiculous values of damage is this one. So originally I had it set for 75, we lowered it to that. I'm going to half it, and I'm going to see how good that value is. And you can see you can go way up to 100,000, way down to a 0. We're going to go with 2,500. They don't really explain how the value is gone through and determined. So we'll just go with that one. We'll see if that's a good value. They need drought animals. What do you need? Meals. Okay, and I will bring you 4 meals, and you will give me the meats. And then I need to go around to these villages that sells food sources, and I need to buy extra food. Until at least I get that trait. That's a bit expensive for a meal, but you know what, whatever.
Woo. Woo.
Looters, they're not worth it. I want to just, I mean, I could have fought them, but I want to actually fight like a hero. I want to fight a hero by myself. Ooh, those are cheap cows. So we'll actually buy them, and we'll make some money off of those cows. Won't be a lot of money, but it'll be some money. If we can double our money off the cows, all the better. 5 cheap. Oh, yeah, whatever. I don't care. I was a bit confused at first with what the game was trying to do to me. So I was like, wait, what? Because, I mean, they gave me meat as well. It is what it is. Not upset. And we won't be able to make any money out here because those are... Where we bought this stuff all came from that area. We'll actually sit here and we will buy ourselves a spear. Where did my spear go? We'll pull up my spear here. We'll actually take that off because I don't really care for this spear. Buy that, and we'll buy some... Ooh, steep arrows might be good, and I can afford it. Screw it. We'll just... I'm not that good with the bow, so we'll kind of give myself something decent. Pay a bit of money, but that's okay. We'll make it up from these cows and everything else we have. And we will actually make our way around. Hopefully we'll find some interesting people to fight around here. Make our way around. We'll come up here. We'll talk to these people. Find out a bandit base. I could take one out. Yeah, it's not a bad idea, but rather not right now. So we won't. 8 for clay. Not bad, not bad. Clay's pretty cheap. Just gotta keep that in mind. We'll buy some wool. What does he need? Extortion. I would do this one. This is a pretty good one. All I gotta do is just sit in the village and wait some time. And then they come to me, I fight them, and there they are. A party of 28. That's not a lot. That's pretty simple right there. And we'll essentially just tell everybody to charge in, and we have 1, more or less. Like, not really anything else to this mission after this. Oh, what happened to my spirit brace? Apparently, I don't have a brace with this, but I thought it told me I did have a brace. And we did damage to them, which is nice. And we're gonna go and somehow miss those guys because the spear was pointing off in a weird direction. Come on, guys, go push them. And while it's early on in the campaign, I expect my character to be terrible at combat, so I'm not too worried about this. Now, if this was like where I was essentially leading armies and I was this bad, then yes, I would be a bit upset. I'll be like, what the heck? And no one died from me, so that's good. We essentially broke the morale there. That's why they all fled and left. Which is what you want to do eventually later on. We'll go, we kill him. Oh, we didn't kill him, we injured him. We'll actually pull out the bow. We'll work a bit with raising our bow skill. If we can hit targets. And we hit something, so we actually gain some experience. And they killed him for us. We actually had one person die on us. That's not nice. Who was it? A nomad. I can live with a nomad dying. How did I earn 60? Well, I guess technically they did fight with us, so that's how I earned 63%. So we'll go with that. Get a couple more raiders. And essentially this first bit... Ooh, look at that. That's a bit cheap. I'm not going to lie, with some of these mods I have installed. It seriously takes out the grindiness of the early game. That's why at the same time I'm not too, like, worried about it. This is just nice. This is nice being able to go through here and doing this and not have to grind so much. We're going to sit. We're going to buy some product. That's a bit expensive for sheep, but I know I can sell it and make some money somewhere down the line. So we'll sit there, recruit some troops. Really don't want Noble's son right now, but screw it. We'll get them. Kind of plays into the whole entire that, you know, I have a horse archer army. We're still traveling at a speed of 4, even with how over-encumbered we are, which is nice. Like I said, we'll finish all this up at Chaikin, and that's where I'm gonna... Ooh, that's expensive. I'm gonna call the episode is in Chaikin. We'll talk to them. So, Dakin, they need some assistance. You need 2 head of cattle. Well, guess what, bud? I got 2 head of cattle, so we'll actually just finish this right here. That was easy. Trade, and we will get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Keep those for when I do recruit a companion. That is good money right there. Good money right here. And this is probably going to be good money right here too. Yep, that's good money. Good money right there. And yeah, that was a really good run. I don't know what to say other than that was a pretty good run right there. Like, I don't think there really is anything else to say. That was amazing. So we're almost bought our first, that's a bit expensive. We'll buy a couple. Almost bought our first, workshop in this episode. I'd like to finish this episode off with one more bandit if I can find it. I'm going to do an in and out. Oop. And would you look at that? Oh, wow. I was not expecting Mochug's party to attack, but... How is he leading when I intercepted them first? Okay, you know, whatever.
Charge!
We will end it with this, with all of Mochug here. And there we go. I think that's a pretty good photo-worthy part right here. Can I speed my camera up? That I can. And how do I get my hood to go away? H. And toggle cursor. Focus. Huh. This is the first time I've actually messed with this, photo. They got the photo mode. Seeing if they got anything that would look cool. Ooh, I like that. Do I take the picture? Enter? Don't know where the pictures are saved at, but definitely one for the album book. That's interesting. Users, documents, okay. So it's put under my documents. And that, to me, seems like a good thumbnail for this episode. Want mine? Nope. Put a Mochugs. And that's why I like... Oh, you beepster. Look how much damage he did with that one shot. And I'm down. That's why I am not too upset with early game. You know, all that. I went down. I gained 29% of the loot. Wish I would have gained a bit more, but it is what it is. And we essentially got more people upgraded. So there we go. And we got quite a bit of good amount of loot too. And right there, like I said, I am going to be calling it. I got my wish. We fought one last enemy. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to leave that like, comment, subscribe, all that fun jazz, and hit me up with if you want to see more. I do plan on continuing my Back for Blood series, and Destroy All Human series. Kind of took a small little break from the YubTubs for, just get some things done. I think with these next couple of videos I have planned to upload, you'll see some huge improvements to the channel. At least hopefully. That's the idea. Until then, I will catch you all next time. This has been Shatteredfriend Gaming. I'm signing off. Bye-bye.